There we go. Good morning.
Hi, honey.
Hi,
Happy
honey.
New Year.
Happy New Year. We're going for like the most authentic bedhead vibe today.
Hey, right back at you. Like I had time to put a clip in. So,
Nice, nice.
yeah.
I didn't even manage the chapstick. It's like morning voice. The coffee is still brewing. I'm in my nightgown.
You're so good. You're so good. I appreciate your willingness to roll out and roll on,
I mean, why wouldn't we?
right? Because there's so much in every moment. And when things, wires cross, whatever, there are some opportunities where we are, practicing presence. And then there are some opportunities where we have no choice but to just be in it and make a decision that is aligned, even if it's not polished.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think part of that though is the fun. And I interviewed a woman for the show this week, who really got me thinking about the way I was thinking about some things.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It was great. It was great. And basically at the heart of what she was saying was like, why must you, why must you change yourself? Perhaps instead, you should just like love that these are both sides of yourself, that there is the side of you that wants this, and there's the side of you that wants that, and they are out of sync.
Right.
And instead of trying to crush the side you want to change, just like be really kind to it. And I was like, okay, maybe that's the whole energy of the year.
And like that gorgeous exhale of an invitation added to that declaration, what if that's the energy of this year? And adding to that, knowing I don't know a lot about astrology and such, but I am very astro curious. And what I do know is that we're about to enter the year of the horse in the Chinese zodiac, and there's some like magical convergence that doesn't always happen. In fact, hasn't happened since I think 1966, that this is the year of the fire horse. So the momentum and the like quantum leaping of the energy of this year is going to be remarkable.
Mm.
And if the intention is grace and kindness, and to know that the momentum of grace and kindness is going to be the intention of the quantum
Mm.
leap, oh, how yummy.
How yummy. Yeah. And how much less bracing we have to do.
And then what will that do to the collective
Yeah.
nervous system
Yeah.
of our own bodies and our homes and our communities and the ripple effects of all of those people taking a quantum leap towards grace and kindness?
Mm.
Holy shit.
Lord
Yes,
knows we need it.
please. Right. And we
Yeah.
always do. And don't don't let my conversation keep you from your coffee. So whenever
Okay.
whenever
Well,
you
I
hear the
thought
ding
somebody
ding,
was
get
gonna,
it.
I did. Let's walk over and get it
Let's
together.
let's. It's so
We still
interesting.
have our Christmas decorations up.
I love it. Hey,
We
that's
got back. Part of the reason I am so delayed, which I'm so sorry,
no
is that
problem.
we got back from Hawaii on Monday. And of course, that's a 6 hour time zone difference. And we all went
Right.
right back into our
Oh,
world
wow. Yeah.
on Tuesday. And so none of us felt much in the way of jet lag or anything. We were all just like, great.
It is.
But I think today was the day that it was like, oh, you're gonna sleep in and you're gonna get that rest that you needed, that you kind of left behind. And that's just the way it's gonna be. And I honestly just never look at my calendar for a Saturday morning because,
Sure.
and frankly, it was above the line of what the calendar would have shown me. And so when and I woke up like an hour ago, but I was just like, I'm just going to
Da,
enjoy
da,
this
da.
moment. And then I just like laid in bed. Our daughter had cataract surgery yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And so that's a very dramatic thing, it turns out.
Sure.
You
Okay.
want to see the beach before I sit down?
I do.
Sure. See if we can see it through the window or if I need to go outside.
Oh, beautiful. How
Mhm.
glorious.
How
I
trippy, right? The beach
love
is
it.
just there.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
it's kind
love
of fun.
it. And it's what you wanted.
It's what
You
I wanted.
wanted
We left
window with the
everything we knew.
billowing white
Yep.
curtains and the beach beyond it.
That was it. Good memory. Good
Thank
memory.
you. That was a great visual. It worked for me. It's not even on my vision board, but I get it for you. In fact, when I think
Thank
of
you.
you, I think of that image.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so meaningful.
it's fun. You are
That's so meaningful.
meaningful.
I thank you. So
You,
you are meaningful.
like, seriously, whatever beautiful star alignment that occurred that drew me into your universe, it feels like so like hands and feet in the cement. Like the
Mm.
imprint was really meaningful to me. And it feels like, obviously, this is how you know I'm not lying. It feels
I
like
knew that anyway.
I know. Um, the there have been so many times, specifically in the last 6 years, when I've felt like I made a shift in my intention and in my own personal and spiritual development, that there's been some markers, there's been some events, there's been some relationships, there's been some opportunities, there's been a whole lot of yeses that I've used when I look back as, oh, that's the staircase that got me to where I am. And meeting you is one of those staircases.
Mm.
And what I love, I mean, I love so much about that. But what I love, even I was reflecting on this a few minutes ago when we connected and realized, oh, we had something on the calendar, let's do this. And that you were a yes, even though it wasn't all, dialed in with chapstick and
Mm.
all the things. Um, it's that yes that unlocks the how.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
And so,
mm-hmm.
like, when I look
Mm-hmm.
back on, like, how in the world did I get here from there? And I'm so grateful. It's the yes. It's the yes to move past my growth edges,
Mm-hmm.
to create an environment of safety inside myself so that I could push against those growth edges.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took me with me. And here I am.
There you are.
Here I am.
As you said that, something that's been on my mind a lot became a little bit clearer, which is
Mm.
I'm thinking about the fact. A lot of my work is in experience strategy and my consulting work is all helping companies integrate coaching practices and motivation into their product experiences. And so I report a lot on experience strategy trends. And the key trend that have talked about kind of nonstop for the last decade is the dissipation of trust. And it's it's at its lowest levels in history, and it already was, frankly, before AI came along. Or before AI became popularized and became a part of daily practices. And now, like, I was watching something with my kids last night, and the commercial came on, and they were like, AI, right? And like constantly, I think there is this part of our minds, going back to the idea of bracing, there's a part of our minds, it's like, where's the fraud?
Mm.
In a very different way than in past generations. So if you had asked past generations about their ability to identify fraudulent behavior or fakes or attacks, they'd say, I can see it,
Hmm.
right? Because it's human to human.
Right.
And now it's humans feeding machines, feeding humans at a much bigger degree than ever before. And so there is like this pervasive sense of distrust eating away at everything every day. And it's not just, oh, look at the commercial, but it's also like you said, like you can see. And because you're a human, I was like, I know you're a human and I trust you. And but the how, and the reason I bring this up is trust. It was your how to trust that you could tolerate making mistakes and messes. It was your how that you could tolerate um, a divorce. You could tolerate a massive disruption in your routine. All of that, like those are all rooted in trust. This podcast, like, what are you going to talk about? Who are you going to talk about? Are you going to do your hair? Are you going to like, I trust it'll be okay. And whatever unfolds will be right. And so I do think like that is probably underneath the big secret of Wendy's big stair stepping. And
Mhm.
I never bridged those two conversations in my head until I heard you say that.
Mm. That is so beautiful. And it's so, that's why I love conversation. That's why, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait until I know everything before I start talking. Like there will be nothing, no one, there will be no words. It's when I have these conversations and I am coming with curiosity, with discovery, with this idea of what else don't I know? Like, tell me more.
Mm.
And not that, oh, you're right, and I don't know anything. And like whatever. I had enough decades of handing my power over, and this is not one of those eras. But I also know that I have an internal guidance system that is leading me to hear and see and experience what is around me and to integrate what is for me and to just let fall off what isn't.
Mm.
And some of that is for someone else. God bless. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like I am,
Not your problem.
that's right. And not my road and not my staircase,
Yeah.
not my, but hooray if it
Yeah.
works for them.
Yeah.
Because I also am like, not any judgment I'm doing, that I'm looking back and nothing I
Mm.
want is back there. Everything I want is in my windshield, not in the rearview
Mm.
mirror, not in even in my floorboard. Like I'm practicing
Mhm.
presence, but I am looking forward.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. As you say that, something else that came up for me is again something I've been thinking about a lot. I hosted a retreat a few weeks ago, and it was just such a beautiful experience. And we say and think things in those spaces that maybe that we don't perceive in other spaces. And that's kind of the reason we get out of our own spaces, right?
Mhm.
And so just as I arrived, I was complaining about my coat. It was a really snowy weekend. And I was like, yeah, I don't really have a coat. And everybody's like, that's insane. Why don't you have a coat? And I was like, well, I sold it because about a decade ago, I bought the first great item of clothing I've ever bought. Just like the way beyond anything I'd ever invested in clothing for sure, but in an object because I felt like a coat was something you were going to wear every day
Mhm.
and it should just be great.
Yeah,
And so I
for
went
sure.
for it and it was freaking great. And I loved my coat so much. I loved the way I felt in it. I loved that I had this fancy coat.
Yeah, I love it for
It's like the
you.
opposite of Dolly Parton. Uh,
Right.
and so I squeezed myself into it the last 3 years as it became tighter and tighter, and my body became bigger and bigger. And so they were like, "Why'd you sell your coat?" And I was like, "Well, my butt got too big for it."
Mm,
And I was like, "Oh my God, why do I keep saying that?" As
right.
though this body is
That's
a
right.
problem, that that feeling big is a problem when it's in complete contrast
That's
with
right.
who I say I want to be in this chapter, which is big and brave.
That's right. And Aransas,
My butt is shaped differently because I'm freaking squatting
that's
really
right.
heavy, right? Like I
Mm,
don't have a 30-year-old runner body anymore. I have a 50-year-old weightlifter body. And that is so different than any body I've ever had before. But it is in alignment with my big, brave era.
right. And sometimes we outgrow fabulous things. And guess
Yeah.
what? It's because there's something better waiting for us.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
outgrow
Yeah.
uncomfortable things, but we also outgrow amazing things.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We're focusing on the growth, on the evolution. I love that you were able to switch that because what you outgrew, oh my gosh, what you outgrew is somebody else's evolution.
Oh my God, she was so happy.
It's so awesome.
My neighbor bought it. She was like, "It's my dream coat."
Right. It's her
Right.
dream right now coat. But
Yeah.
she's going to outgrow that dream too. Like we're reaching for the highest branch we can see.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that was it. But then the clouds part, we're like, "Oh my gosh, I thought I was at the top of the mountain and I'm only here." And there's so much more. And we just it's more, it's more, it's more, it's more, it's
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, it's so good. And I let you know, I
And part of me
mentioned,
is like, take time to release, like the time it took to release that. Again, like the two sides of self. There's a side of me that's like, we could have moved through that a little more quickly. And then
yeah,
there's a time of me that says, other side of me that says, we needed the time we needed, just sort of adapt. And really, like, part of what I was doing in there too was I was saying I was feeling shame about the side of myself that was changing. And when I think part of the whole like, oh, wait, I say I want to be big and brave and sturdy in this
mhm,
era of my life. And this is my big, brave era. And my butt is a representation of it. Well, that was actually a truth I could believe in. It wasn't something I was receiving from the world as right and true and trying to cram myself into believing it because frankly, I'm surrounded by all these amazing women who are going through their own body acceptance journeys. And I never want to talk about it or admit my own feelings on it because I feel shame for not being where they are. And like I feel like if I have any other feelings about my body, it is a commentary on their body. And that's all just baloney.
yes, it is.
I really have to like have my own journey and big, brave butt era, that feels
Bring
true.
it. That's right. I mean, that is, you're rooted. You're sturdy. That's what you wanted. You're sturdy.
Yeah.
You want that foundation to be able to hold up what is being built out here.
Hmm.
It is based in strength. It's not based in apathy.
Mm, hmm. Hmm. And that is the association. You're right.
That's right.
I wrote a piece, interestingly, about, I mean, interesting to me anyway, about
Yeah.
my butt like a decade ago.
Mm,
Um, because I had this realization that this part of me that I had criticized and that I had masked and that I had felt so much shame about that I had really inherited from generations before was like so absurd because like I was like, oh my gosh, the one part of me I'm constantly trying to shrink and squeeze and hide is also it's like my butt and thighs, right? Like this area. Like every time I look in the mirror, that's what I'm looking at. Every time I choose clothes, that's what I'm choosing based on is how they impact that area of my body. I never noticed the rest of my body.
Right.
And I
You
think we
sing to
all
the
have those.
choir. Yeah.
And it's right. I'm singing to that choir. And I was like, whoa, I actually have the most extraordinary but imaginable. And I
Mhm.
started like piecing together the evidence. And the first major piece of evidence, of course, is that I was hit by a car when I was 6.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that impact broke the biggest bone in my body, my femur.
Mm.
And then my girls always say thick thighs save lives. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. What? Um, but that thigh
But thank
healed,
God.
the biggest bone in my body. It healed and enabled me to run 26 marathons on that strong bone.
Hmm.
And then, like, you wouldn't know, I have my own unique voice. I don't sound like anyone else in my family. But if you were to walk behind my grandmother, my mother, my daughters, and me, it would be undeniable. We, in fact, have photos of it. It's hilarious. Because these thighs, these butts, these are our legacy, and they came from what allowed us to survive. My great grandmother literally squatted her way to survival in the cotton fields. And these are the legacy of that. And so it's like the fact that in every chapter of my life, I have to have another realization about like, girl, the butt is not the problem.
Right. Right. It's
It's
so,
the power.
yes. Yes. And that shift in perspective, this this beginner's mind, this um curiosity that just says, I am willing to see this differently. Like, let's
Hmm.
just stop the tape. If
Hmm.
I'm 57 years old, so I know what stopping the tape means. Anyone younger than me has no idea what I'm talking about. We're going to stop that. And like, okay,
I know a cassette tape at 50 for sure, my
right,
friend.
right. I'm sure there's still tape in some realm of the world, but we can just say, wait a minute. Like, what would this look like? What does my desk look like if I'm standing on a chair? What does my desk look like if I'm at the doorway? How can I see this differently so that
Yeah.
I can see it for what it is, for how this is a step in the direction I'm going, a vote for the woman I'm becoming, in alignment for everything
Mm.
I say I want. Like you were talking about change,
Hmm.
I had a similar experience with my wardrobe this year after my conversation with Dina Barron, who connected me to you, who I'm so excited to be talking to in about 32 minutes, which is so fun. I know, so fun.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Perfect.
You should stay
And Dina's
on.
going to speak at Uplifters Live.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But she was talking about the year of the snake, and and also in numerology, it was a 9 year, and this year of completion. And I was having a lot of struggle with my closet because I have had some pieces of clothing for 25 years and not 25 years thinking, oh, one day I'll get back into that. Well, I've been wearing these clothes for 25 years. Well, I've been wearing these clothes for 23 years. And in the last 2 years, my body has changed and my clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
And I was mad. I was like, no, I
Yeah.
like that I have this collection of vintage curated artifacts that I can wear. And now I don't. And I was upset. And when I was able to quiet the noise enough to say, I am willing to see this differently, I thought, wait a minute. Every single thing in my entire existence has changed in the last three
Hmm.
and a half years, 4 years. Why in the
Hmm.
world am I trying to hang on to something when I am so excited about change? Oh, wait a minute. I love change. And then I realized, do you know that there are really big rooms full of clothes that you can buy? What? Like there are actual choices beyond what's hanging in my closet. And then I got to move that out of my closet. I got to invite people over to shop. I like invited my dental
Fun.
hygienist. I was like, hey, there's only 2 days left before it's getting bagged up and sent. And I don't even care that in donating these gorgeous, like someone is going to be at the thrift store and find a Nanette Lepore dress and she's going to look around and she's going to be freaking out and she's going to look around to see who she
It's
can
real.
tell. Yeah. And she's also going to look around and say, none of you people know what this is. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to go to the register and I'm pay my $3.50 and I am going to rock, so my, like your coat,
Hmm.
my evolution is also hers. And then I
Yes.
became obsessed
Oh,
about
yeah.
who was going to be wearing these clothes instead of pissed
Oh,
that that wasn't me.
uh-huh.
It's yummy.
Uh-huh. It's really yummy. Well, and I learned that if you buy luxury goods, you can resell them for basically the full value of what you purchased them.
That's amazing.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that because I don't buy
right.
luxury goods.
Right.
I sold the first time I ever bought a nice thing wasn't quite as nice as my latest nice thing, but my first time I ever bought a nice thing
Or the
was
next one.
25 years ago. And I had just moved to New York. I was auditioning all the time. And there was a little boutique on the Upper West called that sold Nanette Lepore. And I bought a little Nanette Lepore suit and I held on to it way past, I mean, because I was 20 when I bought it.
Right.
And I held on to it for 20 years. It was never a great shape for me. It had kind of a square skirt, and I need a small waist and a big, a little A-line action. Um, but I held on to it forever. And then I finally sold it on Poshmark. And I'm pretty sure I sold it for what I purchased it for. I mean,
That's
granted, it was
amazing.
a 20-year value inflation, but that's the thing. These
Right.
these really good things, you can sell them on Poshmark and then reinvest them in something that's right for right now, which is what I did with my coat. I sold the coat. I ended up buying a different used coat on Poshmark, somebody else's uh, hand-me-down. And actually ended
Evolution
up making
piece.
money in
They're
that
evolution
thing, which
pieces.
was really fun.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. And
I say that though because I think part of us, like, I don't think I'm alone. And when I hear a story like yours saying, like, oh, right, our bodies are going to continue to change over the next decades, maybe a lot. I think about
right.
my grandmother, and her body really shifted a lot between 50 and 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ours will too.
Right.
And so it's like there's a tendency in my brain to be like, oh, well, then I shouldn't invest in this version of myself. And I'm saying this for anyone like me who is thinking about in that way, to say, like, what if we invest in this version of ourselves and trust that that investment, as you said, will be someone else's. investment in their transition. And like there's just that none of this is binary. It's none of this is like, oh, it's this or that. It's like, well, how might it work to be everything I need
Right.
it to be?
Right. And we have the power because we have the ability to shift how we see something. We
Yeah.
can just decide, I'm willing to see this
Yeah.
differently. I now will call hand-me-downs evolution pieces. Perfect. Like there's no, it's one
This is
person,
going to be our next business, Wendy.
right? It's so good because it changes everything. And lucky for us, we're raising daughters, which means all of our change is an evolution piece that they get to tap
Yeah.
into and plug into and make even grander and more fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have
And
of the year? Oh, sorry, please. No, I
what's
want
that?
to hear
Tell
your
me.
thought. I want to hear your thought.
Yeah. And they don't have to.
Exactly.
They don't have to inherit these old beliefs that we inherited.
Right.
And, and so we leave that line open to say, like, the objects, the beliefs, the values, they're
Mm-hmm.
all yours to
Mm-hmm.
choose
Mm-hmm.
or
Over
not,
and over.
or reinvent. Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever you decide to do this Thanksgiving, you actually get to make the same or a different decision next time. Like none
Yep.
of these decisions are are cemented. Like, but this relationship, this connection is,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's reminding me, and I mean, it should, and I'm glad it does, of my word of the year, which is what I wanted to ask you if you do that practice and if you have an intention or something that calls to you as you move through the year. Mine
Mm.
is legacy. And
Um,
associated with that
wow.
is this idea I am playing the long game. So
Yes.
the decisions I'm making right now, are they benefiting who I am in this moment? And are they also a vote for the woman I'm becoming? Or are they only for the person in this moment? And are they maybe more of avoidance of something that is a
Hmm.
vote for the woman I'm becoming? And I get to decide in that moment as well, but it is helping me. Some things are a yes right now, but we're not going, this is not sustainable behavior. And then I get to think, all right, so why? Why am I going to sustain it one more time then if this is not sustainable behavior?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why am I going to put that much energy into sustaining that and feeding it?
Right. And then having regret about it tomorrow, like, what am I doing?
Feeling hungry in all other domains.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm. I usually do a phrase for my word of
Yeah.
the year.
Yep.
You know what I like to be caged in.
That's right.
Do it my own way.
Perfect. Get the
And last year it
paragraph.
was swaggy effortlessly, which was just
Oh,
like so evocative and so delicious. And I had such a
and
good
that
year returning to
yummy
that.
picture of you in your fairy princess. Like, I saved your post of your highlights of last year because I love that picture so much.
Oh.
It is really, it's such a beautiful, magical capture of a moment in
Mm.
time in like one of the busiest places in the on the planet. And your love, it's like, thank you for showing me what's possible. I love you.
I love you, friend. Thank you for showing me what's possible.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
I'm
Swagger.
like busy hugging you through the phone.
I
Swaggy effortlessly was my word, my phrase last year. This
love
year,
it.
I'm allowing myself to play with two and going back and forth in the relationship between them right now. We'll see it's what it morphs into. But right now, it is these two very interrelated phrases. One is less is more,
Mm,
and the other is big, brave year.
love
And
it.
I think they go together. I think they're actually the same thing.
100%. Just like
Yeah.
the year of the fire horse can have fabulous momentum in grace and kindness.
What are your big rocks for this year?
Are those the things I'm standing on for a better view, or the things that are thinking they're in my way?
So when I talk about fair, when I talk about big rocks, I think of them as like the pillars of
Mm,
my my path, my plan, like what's non-negotiable. And when I am like zoomed out
yeah.
on the year, I'm like, oh no, these are the structures that are a little bit immovable because I feel so committed to them. And everything else is going to have to ladder up to those.
Mm, that's such a fabulous question. What's coming to me is um, unconditional alignment.
Mm,
So feeling connected to my inner wisdom, regardless of the conditions. Like
mm,
whatever's going, I don't need Amelia to be smiling in every picture and having the best day of her life every day for me to be happy or whatever. Like, I'm just not going to be knocked off course or use any other situation as an excuse to
hmm
pinch myself off from my own well-being.
mm,
So I'm gonna
hmm
mom and friend and podcast and retreat host in my own alignment. And I'm going to do that regardless of what everyone is doing around me, but not as like an FU to them, but that will bring into my experience their most aligned situations because I'm a magnet. So I want to magnetize the kind of alignment that I'm experiencing. And in fact, I am 100% always magnetizing the alignment that I'm personally experiencing. So I'm wanting to be more deliberate about that instead of just by default. Because whatever is happening around us
mm,
is what we're magnetizing that. It's not that
yeah,
sometimes the magnet's turned on and sometimes it's turned off, right?
yeah.
So I just want to be deliberate about what I'm drawing to myself. And the only way I can do that is by it's all my work.
Wow. Yeah. I've thought a lot about this with my clients recently that the work really I've said it in my mind is to become the leader in your life instead of the passive participant. And at the heart
Mhm,
of everything I do, that
mhm,
is the truth. However, I think as you say that, what's even perhaps truer is to perceive your leadership because you
mhm.
are leading regardless.
Yeah, right.
Maybe you are leading as a victim,
Mhm.
but you're still leading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure how you're leading, you can look around at what's happening around you because your
Yeah.
magnet's on. So, and you can't wait for, like, you can't clean up all of them before you feel better. Like, we have to attend to our own magnet.
hmm
It's
hmm
fascinating. You know,
Wow.
even when people are talking about manifesting, and, every Instagram slide is 30 days to abundance. And it's like this manifesting attraction, magnet, whatever it is always on.
Hmm.
We're just deciding what we're pulling toward ourselves.
Yeah. Well, and I descaled the coffee maker last night. And so a lot of the reason our magnets feel weak, right, is because they've got a lot of gunk built up on them.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't take as long to descale as it did to build up.
No.
It was a decision.
Yeah. Yeah. And my coffee tastes delicious this morning.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh my
I read
gosh.
this really judgy article. I was like, how to descale the coffee pot. And basically it was like, well, if you should be doing this all the time, and if you have ignored it, well, then it's going to take a lot longer. And you're going to, I was like, rude. Just give me the information, man. You don't have to
Right.
judge me.
Right. That's whose crabby AI created that response.
Exactly. Be like, Wendy says it's going to take a lot
Right.
less time to clean, regardless, than it did to build up. So
Right. If
there.
I asked my AI, I would say, Wendy, that is just another intuitive question in support of the woman you're becoming. And I would say, thank you
But
so much.
yesterday, I dared my AI to set my rates on a consulting project. And I was
I
like,
love that for you.
it was so fun.
Yeah.
And it was like, you need to get out there and you need to ask for what you're worth. I was like, yeah, thank you,
Right.
Claude. Let's go.
Right.
I was like, I was feeling myself like shrinking,
Yes.
which is not in alignment with my big brave ear.
That's
It is
right.
the opposite of shrinking. Thank you.
Mhm.
And I was like, I can feel myself shrinking. I was like, I just need whatever resource I can find
Right.
to push me into my better self, my emerging self.
Mhm. It's so
I'm
good.
like, I only want the work if it's going to be worth my time.
Right. Because it's an exchange. Your
Yeah.
magnet is on. You are giving big value. That person who is ready to make intentional moves toward the person they're
Mhm.
becoming is a match for that value. When we shrink, we are co-signing that we don't think that that person is eligible or can actually do the work of big. So
Yeah.
I only think you can do this. That is like not even true. It doesn't even feel good in my own body. So yeah, let's do
No
it.
way.
And those people are there. That client is there, but they can't see you if you're
Right.
down
Shrinking.
here.
Yeah.
And we can
And
also look,
honestly, I've put 20 years
of
into
course,
this. Like, why am I going to act like I'm 14?
right? And you're not even arguing with the prospective client, you're arguing with your own limiting belief.
Ugh,
Like it's nonsense. Like that's the girl
nonsense.
in that coat that doesn't fit. So
Correct.
the
Correct.
coat has moved on, and so does that thought system. And it's beautiful to have this resource that can speak to us that is completely unattached to
Mm-hmm.
how we
Mm-hmm.
integrate the information
Mm-hmm.
because it is artificial intelligence. And like I get messages from trees and leaves and moss lichen growing on the stone wall. It's like so delicious to me. So why wouldn't I'm going to take encouragement wherever it wants to come
Yeah.
from? And I'm going to take what is in service to me and let go what isn't. And right now, AI is giving me some excellent parenting guidance for a preteen. And I'm I feel like I'm slaying this motherhood situation, which is how I need to feel in order to be my highest and best as a mother to
Yeah.
this unicorn whose glitter is black right now.
That's pretty fabulous.
It is fabulous. I love glitter. What do I care what color
We
it
need to get
is?
her some roll-on cheek glitter, which is what my kids wear all the time.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Making a note.
Mm, it's the
I love
best.
it. Oh my gosh.
One of my daughters,
Okay.
it's the only makeup she wears is she'll wear a gemstone on each cheekbone, little sticky gem on each cheek, and her glitter. And I'm just like, I'm so into this. Please do
Oh
this
my
forever.
gosh. I wish I was your neighbor for so many reasons, but
Same. I wish I
you're
could look through your window right now and we could just be sitting and having coffee outdoors
I
because it's actually not so bad
know.
today.
We will. We will.
We
One
will.
opportunity is, in fact, Uplifters Live, which I want you to talk
Yes.
about. Talk about.
Oh
Tell
my
everyone
gosh. It is
about it. Invite
the
them in.
best day of the
The things.
year. I mean, I hope they'll get to see you there.
I hope so
It
too.
is March
I'm working there.
13. It's an all-day event from 10 to 5. It this year is off the charts. And it's our third year doing this. And every year I think, oh my gosh, it can't get any better. But like it was one of those when I sent out the speaker applications, the responses I got back, I was like, really? Real? Okay, let's go. Because it was just kind of like my dreams coming true that these people were going to come and speak and share their wisdom. But
Because your
it's
magnet
a
was on.
my magnet was on, and it's a day way beyond like speakers because it's really designed for intimacy and connection. And so one of the things we do that I think is really special and unique is that we do a very long lunch.
Mm.
And and our past guests host little cafe tables. And so you sort of take, we have this, we, all of the proceeds for the day go to these two nonprofits. One of our nonprofit sponsors this year owns a Korean restaurant. So we have these fabulous Korean bento boxes. So everybody's going to get their Korean bento. And then they're going to go table to table and chat with women who have wisdom and experience that inspires them. And you may stay 90 minutes at one table, you may go to 9 tables in that time. And so there's really like a juicy amount of time for connection. And it's built in this really thoughtful way. I mean, I design transformational experiences for a living. So I just kind of pour all of my tools into this day. And almost everybody who comes back the next year
Of
because it
course.
just is, we form so many meaningful connections. It's so inspiring. I literally got a book deal out of it last year because the publisher came and was like, this is crack. I just want more of it. And so
Congratulations on
it
that.
is, thank you, thank you. Um, it's that good though. And I really hope you'll come. It is set, it's like I said, it's March 13th, so it's like at the perfect time of year
Right.
for that spring awakening.
Yes.
Uh, and and it really kind of hits all the notes. There's some time for self-reflection, of course, because we need that. There's time for just listening and absorbing wisdom. Mahogany L. Brown, the poet laureate of Lincoln Center, is our keynote this year. Dying over that one.
Mhm.
We have Claude Silver, the chief people officer of VaynerMedia, if you know Gary Vaynerchuk and all of his work. She's written a wonderful book. Just a really incredible group of women who will be sharing that stage. And it's all focused on midlife women
Right.
because, frankly, we are in the middle of our lives, but we still
Yep.
have so much more time. Like, I have a client
Right.
right now who's in her 70s, and she, like 57, she knows that there is so much living
Yeah.
yet to be done. She's like on a massive reinvention right now for her
I
next
love
decade.
her. I love her.
And I love her.
Hmm.
My grandma had never run until she was in her 70s,
Oh my
and she
God.
ran all the way through her 90s. But like there's so much runways still. And so all the messaging we get that like the runway is ending, you should be like rolling down the engines and idling until death or retirement. Right? Like I do think there is that sort of pervasive thing of like
Oh,
At
100%.
50, you're kind of ready for a change. You're
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't want to do this forever.
Mm-hmm.
But you also are like, wow, 65 is a long way away. So
Right.
what am I supposed to do? Tread water.
Right.
And yet, treading water is actually exhausting.
Mhm.
And so I think the lifeboat is reinvention.
Right. Right. It's so good. And there's so much expansion. We've have experience has never been more. And our
Mhm.
responsibility load has never been less. Put those together, it does not
Yeah.
say go sit on the couch and watch TV. So it's like, all right, let's do this thing. I know stuff and I've got time.
No. Yeah. And I want to live a really long time. And I want
Oh,
to have a lot of freaking fun
yeah,
all the way
I'm
to the very end.
103. I think that's
Nice.
where, because I used to say 100. It was like, what? And then the day
Why?
after my party, I'm done. No, I'm gonna ride that
Yeah.
wave a little bit longer. I'm
Yeah.
going 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
103. I
trajectory.
like it. I like it. That's exciting. I'm excited to be your friend for, we're going to be like, oh yeah, we've been friends for 50 years.
I wish I could say that we'll be friends longer than we weren't friends, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
We'll be like, we we just met in our 50s
Yeah,
and we'll be able to say that. I mean, that's really
it's so
cool.
good.
And I need to say things like that over and over because I do think that like there's this part of us that's like, oh, the time for new experiences is over. The time, right? Like all those things is too, which is so such
Oh my
limited
gosh,
thinking.
if anyone listening thinks that, would you please message me? Because
We
it's
do.
like I
I
have
think I think everyone
so
carries a
many options.
flavor of that. And it can be
Right.
motivating, right? Like we do a lot of things because we don't want to die not doing them. That's a powerful motivator.
Oh, for
So that
sure.
awareness of an endpoint is useful, but a
Exactly.
preoccupation with it is limiting.
And looking at it as if you can't do stuff. Like, no,
Correct.
this is an invitation to the,
Why do you need permission?
well, you do, but you need it from you.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
Yep. So get out your permission slip, Queen. I, Wendy Harrop, give myself permission to say yes to whatever delights
Mm,
me.
mm,
That feels good.
hmm
I love you so much.
Love you back
Please
so much.
tell everyone about where they can find and follow you, how they can be in your world. We will, of course, link everything in the description to Uplifters Live and to anything that you tell us about now.
I am at the uplifterspodcast.com is where you can find all of my writing. My Substack is there. Almost everything is free. If you become a paid subscriber, you get access to a really wonderful co-working session every Friday where we do a quick dance party together. It's the best, and you should come, Wendy. Just like join us some week for
Do I have
fun.
to take dance lessons first?
Oh no, we
That's what
are just
2026.
like shaking our shit.
Okay, good.
Oh no, this is not that. This is
Okay,
like just shaking your shit with a bunch of midlife women for 3 minutes and then turning your camera off.
awesome.
3 minutes. And it's
Awesome.
so much fun. We did it yesterday. I'm still high from it. So yeah, that's the best place to find it all. You can also look at aransasavas.com, which is where I kind of catalog events and coaching and consulting and all of that. But for most of it, you'll find it at the uplifterspodcast.com. And come to
Awesome.
Uplifters Live and see
Yes,
Wendy and her
that's
next
right.
guest.
Come
Nina
on.
Barron will be there.
Fun. My gosh. I love you.
So
Thank you
much
so
love
much
for you, my friend. Thank
for
you for your
the ride.
grace. Thank you for your friendship.